So our next author also has multiple books. So I don't know how many she has either, but she's been writing for a while. And Jessica Tillis is a multi-published author. And sometimes I see her name is Jessica Wright Tillis, and Wright with the W. And welcome to Black Authors Matter TV. Oh, we need to unmute. We still aren't unmuted.
How's it going?
Okay.
That's better. That was quite cute. Listen, well, you know what? Okay, so Wright is my government name.
Okay.
Wright is my maiden name.
Okay.
Tillis is my ex-husband's name. So I have it because I started writing under Tillis while I was married. So
Okay.
and I like him, so I kept the name.
Okay. Well, it's better to like them than
Okay.
not like them to hate them. Sometimes. But welcome to the show.
Thank
And
you.
congratulations on your latest book, Indiscretion. So I think that's it behind you, but can you hold it to the screen so people can really see the cover? Indiscretions. And she's got they're at dinner or lunch or something.
Well,
and
you know what?
under the table.
Well,
What
it's
happened?
very spicy, right?
Okay.
It's hot and nasty. Good hot nasty. That's what it is.
Okay. All right. And it came out in June.
Yeah, June 7th, it released. And I'm getting some really good reviews. I've met already face-to-face with a couple of book clubs, specifically Sweet Soul Sisters out of Maryland, and they absolutely love it. Y'all listen. It took me 9 years to write this book. I started writing it in 2015, and it wasn't Indiscretions. It was called Trespassing, and it didn't have as many characters, but it felt like old Jessica, right? It felt like Jessica from 2000. I just wanted something different. And I wanted to show my growth as a writer. I hadn't put anything out in a while. So, when you're gone for a while and you come back, you don't want to come back as the same. You kind of want to be a little grown up, right? And so I wrote and rewrote this book about 12 different times. And then finally, one of my clients and good friend, Ann Jeffries, said, listen, it's time to put that dog down. I don't like that because I'm a dog lover, but I knew what she meant. In other words, write it and put it out and move on. And so that's what I did. And I'm really pleased with it. Really pleased with it.
Well, the cover is really good. It tells a story without speaking. I tell people, especially new authors with their covers, you don't need to tell the story on your cover, but your cover needs to make a statement.
Yes.
That the reader can surmise in one image. Sometimes people, they put a whole bunch of images.
Oh,
on,
I can't stand that.
8 different people. No, that creates confusion for the reader, and it looks junky. That's not the way a cover should look. And if you want to know how a cover should look, all you need to do is go look at books.
Yeah,
absolutely. Look at published books.
Listen, this cover, I designed like 3 or 4 different covers before I created this one. And that's what I do, is design book covers. I can design a cover for anybody else and be, here you go. But when it comes to my books, I'm never satisfied. I've got to design 50 million different covers. And then I said, well, I'll just use this for something else. So I literally have like hundreds of book covers that I've designed that I can, use for something else. But yeah, I don't I this cover here says indiscretion.
Yeah.
Her leg
Good.
rubbing up against his
Mm-hmm.
leg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't see their faces.
Now,
So it
this
leaves that
book
to
is
the imagination.
it came out in paperback. So I've always wanted a hardback book. I knew I would never be published by a major because I like self-publishing, right?
Mhm.
And so, hardback books, the print are expensive.
They are.
This book was $10.84
To print.
to print.
Yeah.
But I can see I need to move the words over. But on the back of it, I have my daddy's
Okay.
face. And it
Okay.
says, "Thank you for 24 great years. Love, Jessica Tillis." And I
Oh,
just
that's
want to
sweet.
I've always, I feel like I made it with a hardback cover.
Yeah. I have one of my children's books is in hardcover and
Mm-hmm.
paperback, and it
Okay.
is expensive.
Mm.
But people will pay more. When I go out with my books and I have them both, a lot of people will pay more for the paper for the hardcover,
Really?
especially if they're giving it to somebody.
For hardcover books. You can many people expect to pay like $25-$30 depending
Yeah,
on the book.
they do. They do.
Okay, well that's good to know because instead I could just sell this directly from my website.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of the things I really want to do is, and here we're in the business of publishing, is just make my website my hub where everything Jessica Tillis, you could buy all of my books, download my ebooks. I've got a couple of audio books out there, download that. And so that's what I'm focusing on doing because I'm going to tell you something. Y'all know, Gwen, KDP and Ingalls, you ain't gonna make, okay, we any children listening, you ain't gonna make sugar honey iced tea.
KDP, you can.
But it
you
depends. You have to put a high price tag on your book cover because by the time they take the 40%, and then depending on your page count, whether it's paperback or hard, well, they don't do dust jacket. They do the laminate.
No, they don't do dust jacket.
And then they deduct the print cost.
Yeah, well, with KDP, they just give you a flat rate and you charge what the market will bear.
Yeah, well, you might be
KDP.
able to pay your electric bill with one of them.
So yeah, the royalties sometimes you can.
Yeah.
You can pay depending. I had recently because one of my books is on going to college debt free with scholarships. That's my most successful book.
Uh-huh.
And last month, somebody ordered 45 copies of that book, like at one fell swoop. I normally sell them year round, just every month. Most of my book sales are that book or one of my novels. Although, some of my other books, I'll sell a few here and there. But year round, my debt-free college book is the bestseller. But sometimes I don't know if it was a school. That's one drawback about KDP. The positive is your book is available everywhere to anybody worldwide. But those customers are not your customers. They are Amazon's customers. So you don't know who's buying your books.
And that's the hard part about selling through Amazon. It's even though it's better to sell through your website because you know who's purchasing from you, you can add them to your email list and so forth. The wider distribution is sometimes going to be with Amazon. So I would just say sell on every platform you can.
Mm-hmm. And selling in person is good too. Because
of course,
if you
I sell a lot of my books in person. I would rather sell. I'll just take them everywhere I go. And if I want to give somebody a quick discount, I can do that. I don't have to type anything up.
Right. That's true.
Listen, I'm old school. I keep boxes of books in the trunk of my car and I keep my bookmarks in my purse. And if I'm in the grocery store standing behind somebody, excuse me, do you read books? And they'll say, yeah. I said, here you go. And in the car, you want one? Sometimes I just, be nice
Yeah,
and give
you
it.
can't be shy
Yeah.
and sell books. I tell people that when they come to the festival, for those who are out there looking, this is an established author. She has multiple titles. We haven't gotten to the number yet. But for those who are going to be at the book festival and you're going to be at your table selling your books,
Yeah.
you cannot be bashful and shy and just sit there and think the book is going to sell itself. It will not sell. You have to sell your book.
Don't be mean either, sitting at the
No,
table.
yeah.
Listen, let me tell you, I went to the National Book Club conference in August, and Deborah Owsley was next to me, and Sylvia Hubbard was on the opposite side of her. And I hadn't done this in 9 years, y'all. Okay, so I felt like a new author. I felt like I didn't know what to do. So I was sitting there. Deborah said, "Get your, you know what up." Get from behind that table. I said, "Oh, okay, yes, ma'am." You
Yeah, you have to
know,
engage with
you
your
have to
audience.
do that and put candy on your table.
Yes,
Now, I haven't done that so far. I think Rhonda had some eateries at her table when we went to the Harlem
let's
Book
not say
Fair.
eateries. I mean,
That sounds like cakes and pies and whatnot.
but no, I do sell a book basket that has fresh baked cookies because we live in the same area. Got to get you some cookies for your table.
No.
But yeah, I make a basket with cookies and shea butter in it because I have a house full of entrepreneurs. So I put the basket together. And when I was at the Harlem Book Festival, a lady came up to the table. She goes, "What are these?" I said, "Okay, well, this is what you do. After you take your shower, you take the shea butter, go ahead and moisturize, and then get your book, read your book, and then nibble on some cookies while you read the good story." And she said, "You know what? Just because you explained it like that, I'm buying this basket."
But having something there will sell it. Now at the NBCC, I'm if you follow me on Facebook, I sew. On Saturdays, I get in my sewing room. That's it. Don't call me. Don't say nothing. I'm in there from 6 a.m. up until I hear live from New York. It's Saturday night. Then I go to bed. Right? so
Now, did you make what you have on?
Yes.
That's cute.
That's cute.
That's very cute. Turn around. Let's see the back.
Jessica,
That's
you
nice.
funny to me.
My mom taught me to sew when I was 8 years old. Really quick, I asked for a pair of Gloria Vanderbilt jeans. And she said, "Okay, well, let's go to Woodward and Lothrop's," because that was open then. And she saw the price of those jeans. She said, "No, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am." It was Landover Mall. And she said, "Come on." We went to the House of Fine Fabrics. She said, she took me where they're the jean fabrics. She said, "You got this and you got that, all the different types of jeans." And I'm like, "Well, what? Oh, she gonna make me some jeans." Because my mom was, heck of a seamstress. Then we went to Sears and she bought me my very first Singer sewing machine, and she taught me how to sew. Those jeans, they were some raggedy, messed up stuff, but I was proud of them.
You had some Gordon Gartrell jeans.
They ain't fit worth nothing. But she said, "Okay, that's all right." So the next weekend we made something else, and we just kept making and making and making. And then, I eventually, as teenagers, I didn't want to sew nothing. I lost interest. Then as an adult, I got back into sewing. And then as when my mom died, she died in 2007. Right after that, I just felt like sewing again, and being in her sewing room made me feel close to my mother. And I've been just every Saturday, that's me and mom's time. And so, but fast forward, I make a little bit of everything. I've learned how to make shoes and handbags. So I had these leather satchels that I made. And so I took them to the National Book Club conference. And I have a total of 12 books, but I think I only took about 5 And I put them in the bag, and I said, you buy all 5 of my books, you can get this leather bag. It's real leather too. You can get this leather bag for free. And they said, well, what if I don't want all your books because I like the bag? We can buy a bag for $50. So I sold out of my books, and I had like a few bags left over. And I just said, here, Deborah, he gave one to Mark Lacey, gave one to Sylvia, you know.
I want a bag.
I'll get you a bag. Send you a bag. Inbox me your address. I'll mail you a bag. You too, Gwen.
I have to say,
I would like to see what it looked like, because the do you have any of your satchels?
Okay, you gonna hold on a second?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
would like
have
to
to-
see what it looks like.
Oh Lord, okay.
Because if
wait.
you remember, Rhonda, when we were in New Orleans, that couple that had the
Mhm, they
table
had a
beside us, they had satchels. But I think they got theirs from Ghana. I think he said.
they did.
They didn't make that, but they may have made, I don't know about the earrings. They may have made the earrings. I don't know. But I think they got most of their inventory from Ghana
Oh,
or
she's
from
back.
other places.
That's
Oh, that is
nice.
cute. That's cute.
Oh, okay. I see you.
Put your book in there.
Okay.
You
So
put
you
the
can
book
you can
in
put
there.
other things in there.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I have a I listen,
That's
my
unique.
sewing room looks like a fabric store. I'll take a day trip and go to Allentown, Pennsylvania to the fabric warehouse, buy a whole bunch of fabric and come back. And so yeah, I just that did really well. So I realized that okay, if you got something else to entice people, they'll buy your books and they want a little free gift.
Yeah, it's all kinds of things that you can do when you go out. I will sometimes have little small, like, things for like $5,
Mhm.
little planners,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Because for the $5 people.
Yeah.
I'm
I
bringing
mean,
that.
it's just,
Yeah.
and we all want something free and a nice little gift. And I learned that from Deborah Owsley because, in fact, I had sold out of the bags.
Oh, Deborah,
And the
Owsley,
lady
I still bookmarks, right?
Hmm.
See, right there.
So this is my bookmark. So I call my writing compelling, provocative drama. Sometimes erotica turns people off. And then on the back, I have my little bio and stuff. But so and I ran out of the bags, and a lady came and said, I want one of those bags. And so Deborah sitting over there ear hustling, right? Deborah Owsley ear hustling. She said, she'll mail you a bag. I was like, yeah, I'll mail you a bag, no problem. And so she bought all the last remaining of the books. And when I got back home, I mailed the bag to her. I guess she got it. I ain't heard nothing.
Well, if you have some inventory of those, that's something I might want to get for my sister. She doesn't watch the show because she's not really online that much, but she loves bags. She loves purses and bags, but that's a one of a kind.
Yeah, I gave them every. It's
She
your
won't be able to go
birthday.
in a
Here you
store and
go.
get it.
Yeah,
So.
it's your birthday. Here you go. Put a little bow on the happy. My friends, happy birthday. But I just love making things. I'm just, just a creative person. So
Yeah.
but I was listening to Deborah yesterday on her Zoom session. She was saying, and she was talking about her bookmarks and stuff. She gave me an idea about doing an erotic bookmark coloring with an erotic image.
Oh.
Hmm.
Why you giving naughty ideas? I see you watching. Why you giving naughty ideas?
It's like Gwen writing that down.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I fooling nobody.
I actually was looking at my phone, but I am going to write it down so I won't forget, because the book festival is coming up in 2 days and my brain is already like on overload So whatever happens tonight, I may not remember any of it. So that's why I have to write it down.
I
So
did your book festival years ago. I think it was around 2004. Was it in a convention center?
yeah, the first two were in a convention center.
I went to either the first one or the second one. I sure did in
Oh,
Houston.
okay. See, I didn't. We have
Deborah-
so many authors have
Uh-huh.
crossed our path over 17 years
Mhm.
that, but I know I've been connected with you on Facebook forever.
Yes.
So yeah, because I see probably
Since
I've been
Deborah
on it.
said that you and she go a long way back. We go a long way back too. We go all the way back to the listserv.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't do the
Yahoo
listserv.
group and
Yeah. That's how I met you, and I met William Frederick Cooper,
Mhm.
and a few other people. All of Angelique Henderson was on there, and we were
Girl,
all
we old school. We old heads.
Now, where was the listserv? Where did you do
Yahoo.
it?
You remember Yahoo groups?
Yeah.
They still have them.
yeah,
know.
they still have them.
Okay, I didn't know. See, the only Yahoo group I was in was a group about cancer. When my brother got cancer, and I was trying to just get all the information that I could.
Yeah.
And that's the only group I ever joined on Yahoo. But I didn't know they had writing groups. I didn't know they had, I could have been on there pitching the store and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
on
well,
there.
we all knew about your store. We all knew about.
We all knew about Kush City.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
But I could have been on there.
The reason why I'm an author today is because of those listservs, because someone posted something in the group.
Yes.
I don't remember who it was. I'm gonna just say it was Jessica. But somebody posted something in the group saying that this publishing company was looking for new authors. And I went and I looked up the publishing company, and I went back and said, "Are you sure they're looking for me? They don't have no Black authors." He said, "Well, just try anyway."
Yeah.
Tried, and they were the people who published Cheating in the Next Room, and that's what got my foot into the door.
It was A-Poo Yahoo group. A-Poo, Yasmin. What's Yasmin Coleman? A-Poo.
Yes,
It was A-P-O-O-O. So it was some kind of book club or something.
There were a few of them. There was A-Poo. There was Chocolate Pages. I believe that was one.
Is Chocolate Pages still around? Seems like I see something.
I think it's still around.
I don't know if it's the same one on Facebook. Okay. Yeah.
And you can also have your own Yahoo group. A lot of authors had their own Yahoo groups where their readers were, in their groups. Oh my goodness.
Wow. I didn't even know that was going on, because I spent so much time in the store and on the website shipping between people coming in the brick and mortar in the, during the day. And then we're in the back shipping books out to people who order online, because we did everything in the same facility.
Now, see, I didn't know Kush City was brick and mortar. I always thought you all were online.
Now, we started off online. 9 months later, after we grew out of our house, we moved into a retail strip center, but we didn't have a brick and mortar at first. We were just shipping, and that was the office part. Yeah. Then we said, but the storefront was a storefront with a nice window, and we said, well, why don't we had inventory, so we said, why don't we turn the front into a store? Then we get money coming in the front and going out the back when we're shipping. So we had the store from 2000 to 2010.
Wow, that's a long time.
10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we moved into more of the marketing side of things, and then we started did we still have the store when we started the festival?
Yes. Well, I don't know if you had the store, but you had Kush City.
Well, it's always been the same name.
Okay.
Oh, wait, Tony Bonita just said there was also Raw. I remember reading and writing.
You talking about
Raw, reading and writing sisters.
Isn't it Raw Sisters?
Yeah. TC Royal.
TC Royal. I'm still, I'm still friends with her on Facebook.
Me too.
I tried to get her on the show. I just wanted to, because Raw Sisters, everybody was using Raw Sisters.
They were, listen.
It was big.
Yes. They were big. They were a big platform. Absolutely.
They were. Mhm. So we've been gone a long way with a lot of the same people,
Mhm,
still involved in this
mhm.
industry. And then, a lot of new people come in and some come and go, and then some of the stalwarts are still around. And it continues to change, but what doesn't change is people who like to read,
Yeah.
and they want to read good books. So
Mhm,
there's an audience for people who want to read a good book,
mhm.
and that hasn't changed. So tell us a little. We only have 3 minutes left. These
Oh.
interviews are going by fast tonight. Um, tell us a little bit about the storyline for Indiscretions. What is it about?
Well, Indiscretions basically is the story of three couples who, within their relationships, have had indiscretions, whether in the past or current. And a couple of those indiscretions are with each other's spouses or significant others.
Oh, okay.
And it all comes to a head. And it's 20 pages of sex. I'm just saying. And it's one chapter, it's like
So
my
you said it
girlfriend
comes
said,
to a head, and is it literally and figuratively? Is that what you're trying to say?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know Rhonda normally doesn't expect me to say stuff like that, but it was in code. So people may not pick up on it.
Yes. It came to a head a lot in this book. Okay, Gwen, don't
Now,
open the door for me to walk through.
okay, is that your normal style of writing, or you said you wanted to do something a little more grown up?
Well, I do write, I write contemporary fiction. Whatever I write, it's going to have some spice in it.
Okay.
I'm working on a murder mystery and it's got a whole lot of spice in that. And then there are times when I can go really dark. I have stories that I haven't put out because I went so dark that I scared the bejesus out of me. But there's spice in there. So there's
Okay.
always going to be spice because that's Jessica Tillis,
Okay.
And I don't want to change to a pen name and then have to rebrand that. And next thing I know, I'm going to have 50 different pen names. I won't know who I am anymore.
That's why I'm always just gonna be Rhonda Lawson.
Yeah.
I'm Gwen Richardson everywhere.
You
I'm Gwen Richardson everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So everywhere I go, that's who I am. And I'm not Gwendolyn, because that's not my name.
Okay.
My name is Guinevere, but I don't use that except on government documents.
There you go.
So, I am Gwen Richardson everywhere. I don't use a middle initial. I don't use my maiden name or any of that. I just go by Gwen Richardson. And interestingly, when I type Gwen Richardson on Amazon, only my books come up. So
Wow.
and when other people have done this, I don't think there's a lot of Gwen Richardson's writing, with
I
books.
think I'm the only Jessica Tillis.
Yeah, your name is Tillis is
Yeah.
less common than Richardson.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not the only Rhonda Lawson.
No, you're not.
No.
And
but you're our Rhonda Lawson.
Yeah, you're the Rhonda Lawson.
Apparently, there's more than one cheating in the next room, and apparently, there's more than one trust. I'm a little salty about that because that second cheating in the next room came after mine.
Oh wow!
Oh, well, you can't copyright titles.
No, you can't.
I know.
Yeah.
Your indiscretions. I was so when I put it out real quick because I know my time is up. Donna Hill inboxed me. She said, "One of my books is." I said, "Yes, indeedy." I said, "Yes," because I love me some Donna Hill books. I said, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being a guest on the show, Jessica. Like I said, we've been connected for many years, but we've never met virtually or in person. And well, we did, but I don't remember the festival because there were so many people there.
It was so long ago.
It was so long ago, and it was too many people. So, but I'm so glad you were able to come on the show, and having you and Deborah Mello the same night. That was very very special
Yeah.
because both of you have been around for,
Mhm.
you've been in the industry. So, you've made a footprint and for other people to follow.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for having me. This was when I got your email, I was like, I made it to the big time. Gwen reached out to me. Yes. So thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for being on the show and continued success. I hope you continue to sell a whole bunch of books and bags. And I am going to reach out to you about the bag. I was serious
Okay.
about
Thank
that.
you. And the same to you and Rhonda. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna be
Okay.
in touch, girl.
Okay.